Hello there guys, it's me, Unstable Voltage, and welcome back to Feed the Beast Infinity. Just before I hit record, I heard something blow up. I've been up and down through the floors and can't actually find what the cause of it was. None of my machines seem to have exploded, and there really shouldn't be anything here that can explode, unless it was a random creeper going off somewhere, but I've really got no idea where that came from. I don't think it was one of my peat-fired engines, by any chance, was it? No, they're still fine. They shouldn't be able to explode anyway. Well, that was rather weird. Couple of things that I want to do today. Just going to have a quick check on the quarry, and while I do that, I'll talk about what I've done. So, what I was trying to do in the last video was build the machine we needed to be able to make the Tesseract. Now, in order to make the Tesseract, one of the things that you do need is liquid ender, which is made by melting down ender pearls. Now, you can do that in the Tinker's Construct smeltery, but the way I always used to like to do it was with the Industrial Craft 2. Now, I got a little bit confused because I thought it was the liquid or the fluid transposer that I needed, which is partially correct, but it was actually the Magma Crucible. The Magma Crucible basically melts stuff down to make it into a liquid, so you can put in redstone and get liquid redstone, you can put in ender pearls and get liquid ender, and it's the fluid or liquid transposer, which is actually used to then put that liquid into the empty Tesseract frame, or the unattuned frame. Quarry still hasn't broken down into the chasm yet. It's still doing well. How much space have we got in here? We may well end up having to start dev nulling a little bit of this cobblestone, because we are getting quite a lot of it now. I'll just pick up what we've got left. So, as I was saying, I screwed up by building the wrong machine. So what I've decided to do in this video is to go ahead and build the Magma Crucible, which is what I should have built in the first place. It does mean that I've had to do a little bit of rearranging with the plumbing that I did in the last episode, because I need to make it so that stuff that comes out of the Magma Crucible goes into the storage tanks, and then stuff coming out of the storage tanks can go into the fluid transposer. So what I've done, let's go up to this floor, because this is where we had the fluid transposer. This is where the Magma Crucible is going to go, and as you can see, I've done a little bit of reworking with the pipes. I've also made it so that the ladder comes all the way up here now, just so it's a little bit easier to get downstairs. So what we have now on the correct floor is we have the pipe that is coming out of the Magma Crucible that will feed into the top of the tanks, and then we have the pipe running along the bottom of the tanks that will feed out and go back upstairs to the fluid transposer. Now, one thing I have just noticed, and this is the cobblestone pipe, isn't it? Have we got another piece of cobblestone pipe? Yeah. Because this first tank already has water in it, we can go ahead and connect up the second pipe. So that should be good. This probably isn't the most optimal way of doing things, and I can envisage all sorts of problems happening when liquids start to get stuck in pipes, and I'll probably end up having to destroy it all and rebuild it at some point. But hey-ho, that's the way it goes. So what I want to do is build myself the Magma Crucible, which should be relatively easy enough to do. I have gone and put another engine in here as well. I originally had two. I've gone and built a third peat-fired engine this morning. So that's used a little bit more copper. So let's have a look at what it is we actually need in order to build the Magma Crucible. It is a Tinker's Construct item, I believe. Not Tinker's, Thermal Expansion is what I meant. Oh, no. Right, so we're going to need a machine frame, fair enough. Redstone reception coil, Invar gears, so that's a pain. Nether brick and a leadstone energy cell. Nether brick should be doable because we did get some netherrack from the nether. I'm not sure how much we got though. 22, that's fine, we only need 8. Let's go ahead and get rid of the dirt that we're carrying as well. So let us cook up this nether brick. So where's the electric furnace? Electric furnace, cook up the netherrack to get the nether brick. There's some more coal dust. We also, in the compressor, have some more compressed coal balls. How much coal dust do we have? Probably not an awful lot. Where is... They've got some more coal dust there. Where's the flint? There's a big stack of that. So I'm still just trying to make some... oh, wrong button. Still just trying to make diamonds where we can. Well, we're not going to get another one out of that, so I don't know why I'm bothering there. So, there's another 8. Have got another stack of coal, I believe, that I can throw in. Let's put... you can go in there for now. You can go in there. Let's grab you, and I generally like to keep that for the furnace, actually, so I might save that up. So we've got all of you. Coal ball needs to go into the compressor, so that machine can sit around and start making noise for ages. You can go in there. How are we doing with those bricks? We've already got them. That's fantastic. We should be able to make that into 2 nether bricks. Okay, that one was easy enough. We need a leadstone energy cell. Now, that should be relatively easy. We need a block of redstone, and we need 4 lead ingots. Well, we do have some lead. Let me just get that quantity correct again there. So it is, yep, just 4. So we should just need 2 pieces of lead ore. So let's go ahead and macerate and smelt that. Now, people have been saying that I really need to remake my Tinker's Construct tools, and I should probably do them out of steel, and then put like lapis on them for look, and put moss or slime on them so that they regenerate. Yep, that is definitely the plan. It is something that I want to do, so I will be working towards that. Let's make the redstone reception coil while we are waiting. So that is going to require 1 gold ingot and 2 redstone. Now, I'll actually grab another stack of redstone from here, because I do use quite a lot of it upstairs, and I think I'm down to about the last 10 pieces over here. So we'll go ahead and make the redstone reception coil. That is easy enough to do. What else do we need? We need the invar gears and the machine frame. The machine frame is a tin gear, which we can do with a piece of iron and some tin. I did have some iron here earlier. There's iron. What do we have in terms of tin? Quite a lot, so that's not a problem. So we have ourselves a tin gear there. So tin gear, basic machine frame. Oh, let me click on the right thing. Machine frame. I don't want the hardened machine frame, just the basic one. There we go. So tin gear surrounded by iron and glass. So tin gear surrounded by iron and glass. And I think I've just put them in the wrong place, because I always do. Every single time it's possible to cock that recipe up, I manage it. There we go. So we have our basic machine casing. We've also now finished macerating the lead. So let's go ahead and cook that into bars. We've also now finished with these coal balls. Let's go ahead and grab the rest of those. And there is some obsidian in here, although we don't have much. We can go ahead and make 4 of these now. So that's not too bad. That will give us 4 more diamonds. Let's go ahead and drop those into the compressor. We have our lead ingots. What else do we... Let's just quickly sleep this off, because nighttime stops the solar panels from recharging. And I'm running everything off solar, obviously, apart from the forestry machines and the thermal expansion machines that are running off the peat-fired engines. Everything, all of this Industrial Craft 2 stuff is all running off solar power right now. So what do we need? We have... we need a block of redstone. Well, that's easy enough to accomplish, so let's just go ahead and do that. Stack those up now. Now we've got ourselves a redstone block. So we've got the lead, we've got the glass. We can go ahead and make this. I've already forgotten which order it is. So the lead blocks go in the corner, and then the glass surrounds the remaining spaces. So there we go. Now we've got the leadstone energy cell. So we've pretty much got the majority of this recipe built. We just need the invar gears. They will go there and there. So invar gears require invar ingots. Now then, we did make these previously, and let's remember how we did them. It was in the induction smelter, wasn't it? Induction smelter with iron and ferrous. Do we have any invar left? Did I make extra ones? Oh, I have a couple. Got some ferrous. 6 ferrous. What is it we needed? What? Invar. There we go. Invar. So it's 2 iron to 1 ferrous in the induction smelter. That's fine. So we basically need 12 iron ingots. Well, we can accomplish that if we go downstairs. Not sure how much more iron we've got. Let's go ahead and put another stack in the smeltery. What did I say I feel I could get in there last time? About 25, I think. Something like that. So let's go and drop these in. Now, of course, we could just put the iron and the ferrous... 24. We could just put the iron and the ferrous in here and smelt it up in this machine. Now, there's one way of doing it, but that's not my way of doing it. This is the thing with Feed the Beast and pretty much all Minecraft mod packs, particularly these sort of technical, these Tech-It style ones. Because I see so many people commenting saying that they wouldn't do it this way, or they'd do it that way, or they like to do it in this order. But that's the great thing about these mod packs. There's often several different ways of doing things, and you just do things in whichever way you feel best, you know, whichever way works particularly well for you. You need to go up one more floor because we need the induction smelter. We are going to have to turn the power on, and we will need 12 iron, 6 ferrous. And that should actually work now, given the fact that we don't have the... well, we won't need quite that many. We'll probably stop that there. And that gives us 12 Invar ingots. That's probably enough. Let's go ahead and turn the power back off now. So we're pretty much set for building the Magma Crucible. We do need to build these gears, so we will need 2 iron ingots for those. Let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you. And then we have our 2 gears. Fantastic, there we go. We've actually got the entire recipe there. We'll just transfer that across. And we have our Magma Crucible. So let's go ahead and drop this down on the correct floor. So you're going to live right here. That's in the right place. Now, it doesn't have power at the moment, so it does have the cable connected up. The pipe, sorry, but it doesn't have the cable. So I will need to grab myself a kinesis pipe. Let's just go ahead and just macerate that last bit of lead, and we can... Not lead, iron. It's copper that I'm short of now, more than anything. So let us go ahead and... oh, it's not the kinesis pipe I need, is it? I'm not connecting up an engine. I just need to connect up the power line itself. So we don't need the kinesis pipe, but I think we will need 3... Well, we don't need the wooden kinesis pipe, but the cobblestone one, I think we need 3. So this should get us power. So into the back, and there we go. So that's all connected up to the power now. If we go ahead and turn the power on and have a look, we should see power coming in. Yep, we do indeed. And the orange is the output. So this wants to be going out from the underside. The underside wants to be orange. And let's go ahead and grab ourselves some ender pearls. So I do have a couple left. What was I doing here? 4 more diamonds. Yay. Macerator into the furnace. So down we go. So I've used up most of the coal now, but we do have 16 diamonds, which is great. Ender pearls are in here. I always get the gelatinous slime mixed up with the ender pearls. Let's start off by just grabbing 3. I'll save the rest. I did have some ender shards somewhere. Yeah, I've got some ender fragments as well. So technically, we should have another ender pearl, because I think you just need 8. 5? Ah, it is 5. Yeah, I was going to say I didn't think it was a full stack. There we go. So we've actually got 4 ender pearls there, and we're only 2 shards away from being able to make another. So we'll smelt up the 4. It's probably more than we need. So we'll go up and put these into the Magma Crucible. Now, I'm not getting a lot of power, but for some reason also... We're not smelting these. I'm just wondering if the recipe for liquid ender has now changed. That would be annoying. Or maybe we just don't have enough power in this machine. This machine does require a lot of power, as you can see. So maybe we'll just have to leave it for a little bit. Let me just pick these ender pearls up. In fact, we can have a look on the description for the machine. Maximum power 400. Power, yeah, isn't using any power at all, but it is gaining power. Very useful for building advanced devices. Keep away from small children and pets. Requires redstone flux to operate. Okay, let's just have a quick look at... let's look at a Tesseract. And we want one of the ones that is attuned. And that requires resonant ender. It's not even liquid ender now, it's resonant ender. So how do you make resonant ender? Ender lily seeds. Endearing drop. Ender pearl. So you can just put ender pearl straight in the now that doesn't look like the Tinker's Construct smeltery. I guess it probably is though. So Magma Crucible, there we go. Yeah, so you can put an ender pearl in the Magma Crucible, but it does take 20,000 RF to smelt one down, and that'll only give you a quarter of a bucket. Is that right? Gives you a quarter of a bucket? And how many do you need for one Tesseract? You need an entire bucket, so it does take a little bit of going. What are we up to here? We should have enough to smelt down at least one. Yep, there we go. So it is actually working. It's going to be incredibly slow because of the amount of power that I don't have going into this machine, but at least we know that that is working. So we'll wait for that to smelt up, and then that should then go into the right place. What I'm also going to do at some point in the future is I need to build the canning machine, because we need that in order to make the... oh, I just started to smelt the second one. Well, the liquid's gone out anyway. We will need to make the canning machine in order to be able to make the coolant cells for the overclockers for our Industrial Craft 2 machinery. There's the liquid ender. It's making its way down. And, yeah, so you can actually put coolant into the coolant cells using the fluid transposer, but in order to make the coolant, I think you actually need the canning machine, because you have to mix water with lapis in order to do it. So the liquid ender will miss the first tank, because the first tank already has water in there, so the liquid ender can't go into that tank, and yeah, it should just be bypassing it. Yeah, it is doing. Some of it's a little bit weird, because sometimes it backflows up the pipe slightly, but yeah, so we've got 240 millibuckets. For some reason, that like one piece has decided to sort of sit around in the pipe. It might find its way back to the well, that could be the next lot of stuff. This is the problem with this method. Sometimes it does try and get stuck in various tanks and pipes, and it gets itself a little bit confused. Yeah, it's getting there. Put it that way. It is getting there. Maybe the pipes are a little bit too long. Maybe I'll need to put some additional engines on these pipes just to keep the liquid flowing. As you can see, it's actually now trying to work its way back up into the machine. It'll get where it needs to go eventually. Like I said, this is not the most optimal way of doing it, and unfortunately, because liquids defy gravity in Minecraft, it does cause a little bit of a problem. But it only has one left to smelt, which is... I'm not sure if smelting is the right word. Let's have a little sleep. Apparently I can only sleep at night. Well, it looks pretty dark to me. We've been going for nearly 20 minutes. I don't really want to have to start making something else. Let's have a quick look at the canning machine, though. Just so we know what we're letting ourselves in for. And... now then, which one of these is it I need? It's the fluid solid canning machine. Of course it is, because I need to make the coolant. So, tin item casings. We need a basic machine casing, which is just 8 iron plates. Well, we can do that. I've got a basic machine casing actually spare. We need 7 tin item casings. Do we have any of those spare? No. So we've got a spare basic machine casing. Tin plate. So if we make 4 tin plates, let's go ahead and put you through the metal former. Let's sleep this one off. And again, this is why you guys say that I really should upgrade these machines so that they run a bit faster, and we will. We will do that. Let's have a look. Have we managed to smelt down that last one yet? Yes, we have. So let's go ahead and turn off the power. Like I said, it will get stuck in the pipes a little bit, but it should eventually sort itself out. Unfortunately, you can't flush it through, because while you've got one liquid in a pipe, another liquid won't go into it. But we should have an entire bucket of liquid ender, because we smelted up 3 ender pearls. So as you can see, it sits around a little bit and tries to go into this first tank, which it shouldn't be able to. And it's just pooling up there, and then it's splitting and going off in the other direction. It didn't used to do that. It used to work perfectly fine. But it seems to have changed its mind about the way that it's going to work. Although, what have we got now? 895, it's getting there. Yeah, I think what happens is it tries to go into this tank, realises it can't, and then it comes back out of the tank, splits, and goes in 2 different directions. So it's going to go in, and it splits, and then goes in 2 different directions. Most of it goes into there, and then that half will sit around in the pipe. But 974, it is getting there. It's kind of working in kind of the way that it's supposed to be, but it's just not doing a particularly brilliant job of it. So I'm generally happy with the system and the way that it is working. I'm not going to grumble too much about it. Like I said, I probably will end up having to replace it at some point anyway. What we were waiting for here, we've got those 2 extra lead ingots now. You guys can go back through again. So what I'm probably going to do here, I might build the canning machine, but I certainly won't be installing it today. We'll do that in another video. We need another electronic circuit as well, which is another iron plate and some insulated copper cables. Do we have the insulated copper cables? We do not, actually. But we should be able to make some. Well, we need to actually make cables. We need 6, and we only have 3. So we're going to have to put we've got lots of stuff double stacking in here as well. We will need an iron plate as well, which means we'll need another iron ingot to go through here. So let's grab those. You just need 1 of, and then we will need a couple of copper ingots. Let's just take these ones. Let's grab that, put that on extruding mode, and you can go in. We've got the redstone. We've got the spare iron plate, we've got the machine casing, we're all good. So the iron plate, redstone, copper cables is what we're waiting for. So we've already got enough cables there, but we'll take the spares. Never have too many cables, because we do make a lot of simple circuits, or basic circuits. Grab another one there. So let's go ahead and just grab all of the cables that we can. And then we will make ourselves the... Just trying to tidy my inventory up as I go along. We will make ourselves the simple circuit. There we go. And then the machine casing goes there. And it should just be as simple as that. There we go. We actually have our canning machine. So I've got that built. That was nice and easy. But I'm not going to put that down until the next episode. We'll go ahead and get that installed. Just before we end, one quick look on the quarry. I'm just forgetting words for stuff today. The reason I keep checking the quarry, I'm just really, really excited. At some point, it is going to break through into the chasm that's down there. Obviously, it's got quite a depth to go. It is going to have to get down to pretty much the, you know, the sort of the ground level that's down there. You can see the actual chasm. It's the same chasm that's down there. It runs all the way beneath here. But we'll probably have to go a little bit deeper to get it. Looks like we've just hit a couple of patches of copper as well. That's very nice. And there's quite a bit more coal that it seems to be finding. Still got a decent amount of peat in both of those engines. And yeah, we've got coal there. And we have, yeah, got more copper. Got more coal. Was there any copper in this one? Yep, got copper and coal. Fantastic. So that will mean that we can start to make a few more diamonds. And there's still plenty of other stuff that we can do as well. We've got to go back to the nether again at some point, see what we can find. I know that it's been suggested making a wither skeleton farm in order to try and get some extra coal. We can certainly attempt that. It just means finding a wither spawner and building a diamond dolly so that we can bring that back. Let's go ahead and we'll just pop the coal in there for the time being. And I guess we could go ahead and macerate up that copper because it's only a few blocks. But there we go. We've managed to get the Magma Crucible built. It is working kind of almost the way that it is intended to. Is that liquid still stuck in the pipe? Yeah, there's like 0.006 of a bucket still sort of janking around in the pipe. Hopefully eventually... There it is. So I'm guessing what's going to happen now is it will split, and then we'll have like 997 in the tank. Let's just test that theory out before we end and see if it works. So it's going to get confused here. It's going to split. It's going to go somewhere. Yep, it's got confused. It's come out. It's looking at this tank. Oh no, it's actually found it. It's got there. So it does eventually, after a while, all get into the right tank. So we've now got a whole bucket of liquid ender in this tank here. Fantastic. The reason that there isn't a full bucket of water in this tank, because if you remember, this is the water that we took out of the bucket using the liquid transposer. The reason for that is I was experimenting with reversing the pipes to see if I could pump in and pump out through the same pipes and how to do it. And while I was redesigning the plumbing, there was water that was actually still moving around in the pipes, and I couldn't be bothered to wait for it all to sort of drain out to where it was supposed to be. So I just decided that the best way of doing it really was to just break the pipes. So some of that water was in the pipes that got broken, and as a result no longer exists, if you're wondering why it's such an odd number there. But overall, I think I'm happy with that. Let's see if we can get off this ladder. Again, not optimal, but since when have I ever played any game for optimization? So there we go, folks. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you are still enjoying Feed the Beast Infinity. Hopefully on the next video I will have my words in the correct order. So until then, goodbye for now.